It's time to cook with Susan Beck, and I'm going to make some Old Settlers beans today. I found this recipe in our Scenic Rivers co-op book, and my husband loves beans, and he has been after me to make this recipe again. He thinks it is absolutely fantastic. So for this recipe, I've got a little setup here of all the ingredients. Let's take a look at what we need. We will start off by browning 1 pound of ground beef. I have some venison bacon that I already chopped, and that's a little trick. Chop it up to begin with. I have maybe 4 slices of bacon there. And then I'm going to use a can of kidney beans, a can of pork and beans, a can of butter beans, and today I'm using 2 cans of black beans. The original recipe called for 2 cans of pork and beans. Mix it up however you'd like. We are also going to have some diced onion that we saute with our meats, some ground mustard, some molasses, some ketchup, and some sugar. These last 3 ingredients will add a little sweetness. I am going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees and into a skillet on medium to medium high heat. We will be browning our meat and sauteing our onions. And I'm going to do this all at once in the same pan. So I love this little meat masher here that helps to break that up. I'm also going to put in that bacon right now. Now I have some thick cut venison bacon. I said I had probably about 4 of the strips of bacon there. And I did use a kitchen shears and I chopped it up already. That way it is ready to go. Otherwise, fry your bacon separately, pull it out, and chop it when it's a little bit cool. I just added my onions. I had a purple onion today. Any kind of onions will be just fine. I can hear my meat sizzling away over there. And while that is browning, I am going to drain all of these beans. 5 cans of beans. These are 14-ounce and 15-ounce cans of beans. I do not want any of that liquid. And I am going to drain these, and then I'm going to take them to the sink, and I am going to rinse them. I really want to get rid of everything that's coating those and get down to just the bean. On my way to the sink to rinse those beans, let's give our meat and onions a little stir. All right, under the water go all those beans, and I'm just gonna run water over them until the water runs out clear on the bottom. Look at all those pretty colors. By having that bacon already chopped up, I am ready to just add everything else to my skillet. Now my skillet is an oven-safe skillet, so if yours is not, put this into a casserole dish that can go into the oven for an hour and a half. This is going to bake for quite a length of time. All right, I put all 5 cans of beans into my container. I'm using my adjustable measuring cup. Look at how there's hardly any ketchup left on there. Swipe my spatula across. No wasted ketchup down in the corners. We're going to put in a teaspoon of the dry mustard, 2 tablespoons of molasses, and we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. When my husband buys like beans at the store, he's always adding ketchup and brown sugar to them, like when he makes beans and wieners and things. So this recipe is kind of right up his alley with that molasses, sugar, and ketchup. All right, we just need to coat all those beans with our other ingredients, and then this is going to bake in the oven for 1.5 hours at 350 degrees. And so plan ahead because it does take a little while. Something else to note, it makes a fairly large batch, and you know, we're a family of 2 most of the time now, but I found it freezes well. And I still go ahead and make the whole pan of them because otherwise I've got 1/2 can of all these beans left over. So I would suggest making it all and then freezing it in 1 or 2 serving portions. Our Old Settler beans have been in the oven for an hour and a half, and don't they look great with our 4 different kinds of beans? And I just love the different colors. I'm going to serve this along with some crusty bread that I dip into chimichurri sauce. Time to give these beans a taste. The sweetness of our sauce is perfect with these. I love the bacon in there. It just really adds a nice addition to this wonderful 4-bean Old Settlers recipe. Be sure to subscribe to Time to Cook with Susan Beck for more great recipes, including my chimichurri sauce.